Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, Monday Night Football, September 16th. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us. Congrats, WTF, bra, taking down the mini max yesterday. And I mean, you knew what it took. For him, it took that Gesicki last game. That was what finished it up. The last couple catches, I think, going across the middle, converting. Um, that was a fun sweat. He let us know, as things were going down. Yeah, that was good. It was an okay day for me, but I don't have good screenshots or anything like this. As always, we're sponsored by PredictionStrike. You can use promo code PhD to get their best deposit match offer. I forgot to do it for Noche, but it's pretty fun to do for the MMA stuff. And we did have good MMA notes from All-Star DFS. Okay, so I'm going to go over today's slate a little bit here at the top. Because we have the same situation that happened with Lazard a few weeks ago. And it's not quite the same because it's not, the quarterback's not a passing quarterback entirely. I do get the general point that the wide receiver two on a team that passes less is not quite the same as a wide receiver two on a team that passes more. However, last week we have I put here the snap counts for for Philadelphia, the Eagles. AJ Brown, 95% of snaps, gone, right? So we're going to still have Devonta Smith, 100% of snaps. No increase for him, right? Like potentially higher usage, sure. But better defense. I'm not sure about the case for Devonta Smith tonight. I am sure about the case for Jahan Dotson, who absolutely is going to see 9/4 as much opportunity tonight as he has seen previously with this team. It's a tremendous and is about as skilled as Devonta Smith. It's not like tremendously a big step down. So in terms of who's facing which corner and safety and stuff, I'm way more interested in this Jahan Dotson matchup than I am in the Devonta Smith matchup. And furthermore, somebody else is going to be promoted into what used to be Jahan Dotson's role, right? Like last week, presumably. So we're going to have one of Johnny Wilson, Britton Covey, or practice squad guy because Johnny Wilson got hurt. He has a hamstring thing. He's game time decision. So we're not sure he's even going to be active. So we might have two wide receiver call-ups from the practice squad becoming like on the team in the rotation fantasy viable. So keep an eye out. This is going to be the kind of slate where I'm not sure exactly who we got, but we're definitely going to have rules. Here's I have a Philadelphia reporter talking about it, how they're going to do it. A couple different ones of them think Paris Campbell's probably going to be called up today. So I'm going to talk about Paris Campbell like he's going to be there. Currently, Sabersim is projecting him for 0 because currently he's not on the team. He hasn't been called up yet. But I think he will be called up. And if he is called up and active for this game, Paris Campbell is the best play of the slate. So keep an eye out. We won't know that until, I mean, practice squad call-ups are so weird. Like, I think they're supposed to happen by now. I was waiting. I thought I could wait long enough for them to happen so that I could know, so I could tell you who to play. Because it could be some other guys. I saw they got Kyle Phillips down there. They got, so, I'm not sure what sense they want to replace AJ Brown. Obviously, you can't replace AJ Brown. Maybe you could get a decent slot guy in Kyle Phillips, or do you want the guy who could actually like replace some of that explosive stuff down the middle? Then I think you go Paris Campbell. Anyway, so you might call two people up, right? I mean, like I've already said that. And regardless, our rule is going to be the same. So let me pull it up. We're having a little trouble with the SaberSim contest sims this morning, but I did it manually in the regular app instead of the beta. Oh yes, speaking of, SaberSim has finally sent me some swag from when I won the 10K tennis a few weeks ago. So on the principle, if you send me swag, I will open it on camera. I will give you an unboxing moment. Here's my unboxing moment for you, SaberSim, and thank you so much for, I don't know what this is. Something cool. Oh, okay. It's like, whoa, dude, all right. Now, this I don't care for too much. I'm not a big bucket hat guy. You guys remember me last summer. I still have that bucket hat around here somewhere, whatever. But, oh, yeah, baby, that's fresh. Let's pop this on. This is 100% my style, my material. Ooh, ooh, I like it. Ooh, I like it so much. Popping it right on. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I requested this like last year, so I'm really glad we got the SaberSim Polo in, man, and it's in like this yeah, dry fit material. Ooh, I love it so much. Hi guys, it's me. I'm SaberSim. No, but this is definitely a good live finals uniform, so I got to make it to a live finals now. Anyway, so I'm not doing them. That's like not actually a goal of mine or anything right now. For football, that's kind of yeah. I don't have enough money to do that for football. It's like $75,000 a ticket. But yeah, I'll be poaching. I'll be trying, but it's not something I'm expecting. But okay, so where's the rule? Like, how do I even find that anymore? Do I got to reload it to see anything? Is this page just broken? Okay, I don't know. Let's reload it. Can't tell what's going on. Mm, a decent last Madden sim. Been pretty fun out there. Still haven't had a good classic slate in like ever since I won 4 in a month or 5 in a month or whatever ridiculous thing it was. Okay, we've loaded them. Can I see my rules now? Is that going to be fine? Okay. Thank you, SaberSim. So, lineup rules. Max 1, Philly wide receiver 3. I just showed you we get 2.6 of them. So, one of them will smash. However, don't know who it's going to be of Paris Campbell, Johnny Wilson, or Britton Covey. Don't know. Couldn't tell you. Not something I know. Um, Not sure why it's taking so long to load still. My other rule is I'm doing Sheets rule because it doesn't matter which way the news breaks tonight. Whichever way the news breaks tonight, I think something weird. And anytime I think something weird, I am going to play more than usual. I'm probably be at like I might go 4 to 5 times my usual volume tonight. I'm gonna go pretty heavy because this is like the exact type of slate you can actually win $1 million on. There is edge. There's edge, and there's like if Paris Campbell's active tonight, I mean it's another salary's not a thing, right? So like what I mean by that is my build settings right now, 45,000 to 49.8. So I'm already leaving 5 on the table. And if we get Johnny Wilson ruled out, I don't know. I don't know how low it's going to go. It might go 40,000. I mean, yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. If Johnny Wilson's ruled out, the minimum salary's got to go to 40,000. And it's possible. I don't know if it cuts off too many good lineups unnecessarily to do this. I'm thinking of setting a cap of the top at like 49 because I saw the other day all the people on my list. So if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, you should follow me on Twitter. I guess it could be a separate pool of guys, but basically, yeah. If you do follow me there, you know the last week somebody who was on my series of tweets or whatever that I do about this guy, the who is the most unique, actually won the money last Friday or Thursday, I guess. And so yeah, I was going to show you the general right who is up at the top. Biggie Cats, good work. But Utical, that's the guy we haven't seen Utical around there. We haven't seen Shady around there. Not always at the very top of the uniques list, right? But this last slate, when it was time, like when we get news and it's actually good and easy to be unique, you will see the dudes who are smart being at the top of the unique list again. And you saw that with Utical on the last slate and the previous slate. The winner was on the list, right? I think that's going to be the kind of thing it is tonight. And that's why, I mean, I do this for every slate where I analyze the uniqueness for showdowns. I don't even show it a lot because it's smaller slates. But the for the millionaire slates and stuff, where there's edge, where these shots, so where there's kind of a fall off with salary that's a little bit more shallow so that you can leave $5,000 on the table and have 0.1% chance of winning still. Those are the best. Those are the absolute best slates because you're never going to get 0.1% of the lineups down there. It's always going to be just you. It's always just you with an amazing lineup with the obvious captain. You know what I mean? Like it's so like on the last slate, you can build a top unique that doesn't have anything super crazy in it. You know what I mean? Like the winner, I was a 1-for-1 to get from the winner. Okay, I won't dwell on that. That's the kind of thing you can't dwell on, or else you get sad. Okay, so those are my rules. I'm going to redo the contest sims whenever the contest sims work, no, this is my joke contest sim. I want to go to the beta site and do the standard way. So yeah, those are let me look at based on, oh yeah, I also have slightly changed the projections. Where are those? Okay, those are not here anymore. Over here. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes it just feels like columns move around randomly in SaberSim. But anyway, so My projections, I have increased them. This is the captain slot, so let's go over to flex to make it more easy to read. And I can show you by value, except that that column is also somehow, for some reason, 45 million columns to the right now, along with exposure, which come on over here too, buddy. We're going to need all you fellas over here. Okay, now, okay, so I have increased the following things. So first of all, in their early morning run, SaberSim already had Paris Campbell in there. So I don't know what's going on. There was no news. I don't know why Paris Campbell isn't in their simulations anymore. He should be. He's a good player tonight. Maybe it's that they're now projecting this guy in, Johnny Wilson. If Johnny Wilson is in, great. Yes, play him. Good. He should not be 4% owned. If he's 4% owned and in, so bad. So bad. So bad. Same with Britton Covey. I mean, like 3% in. Now, I did already say, I do know it's a relatively small sliver of the pie where Atlanta gets out to a lead and Philly passes, or where Philly passes anyway. But think about it. I mean, like, who are the running backs for Philadelphia? Let's look at it. We've got, from scoring points perspective, Jalen Hurts. You're not going to want to be running it with Jalen Hurts when you're up points, right? You're just going to not run him all the time. That's why you got Saquon Barkley. Well, also, Saquon Barkley, okay, they're going to run him a lot. Beyond him, well, we got one guy, Will Shipley. That's what I'm getting at. Beyond Saquon, okay, they got Gainwell as well. Gainwell's more of a pass catcher though, right? They might use him, but yeah, receiving yards 6 or 7 for him, 0.7 receptions. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do with those with the running backs, but my point is, I think they're still going to pepper those little check down passes. You know what I mean? That's part of the game. How many pass attempts do we got here? 30. They got 30 for Hurts expected. Now that's a bit high, but well, that's 20 completions. Now who are they going to? Like in this thing, like where do the math? 20. Let me add them up. 11, 6, 14, 17. That's what I don't. I do not think we get 4.8 receptions for Dallas Goedert. It strikes me as crazy. 7 for Devonta versus 3 for Jahan. They're out there the same amount. Why wouldn't they be closer? So I haven't made Jahan all the way closer to Devonta. I think I probably will wind up with him higher than Goddard because that's my thought about their skill level. I mean, they're just he can run that, he can break that thing for a touchdown way easier than Goddard can. That's the thing he does. He's a speedster. Anyway, down here at the bottom, these guys don't have to break anything. I mean, Jahan really doesn't have to break anything either. One catch could do it for him. His price is like what, 4 or 5? Yep, 4. He's like a kicker. So if he gets you a kicker score, you're happy. But Paris Campbell, that's what I'm trying to say. Like he is min price, 200. So he's different. One of these things is not like the other. So in the case that he's active and he's 1%, these guys are 3%, 5%. Yes, Johnny Wilson is also active. Yes, Johnny Wilson is still a great play. You should play both of them with the rule max one of them, right? Because we don't know if Johnny Wilson's full go, particularly if they do elevate 2 wide receivers, right? Let's say they elevate 2 wide receivers and then Johnny Wilson active. That's a real soft active for me. So anyway, we'll see how it goes with that. Either way, Britton Covey's in there and at 3% owned should get what, 40%? We don't know. Somebody's going to get it though. And whoever gets those snaps could very well fall into the end zone for a touchdown that wins everything. And the chances of that are way higher than 2 to 5%. They're like 10 to 15% per guy because they're going to score touchdowns and it's not all going to go to Goddard and Smith. And the reason is that I trust that the other team knows that when you get down to fewer weapons, right, it becomes real easy in the defensive prep room, right? Like you used to have to prepare for AJ Brown. Now you have to prepare for Devonta Smith. And I mean, yeah, he's a talented guy, but Google's route tree or whatever. I mean, compared to AJ Brown, I don't know for sure, but I think he's a little bit weaker of a player. You know, I think he can only do a few things, and he's not quite as versatile and good as there's a reason he's a wide receiver 2 on this team, or at least a 1B to the 1A of AJ Brown. And I don't know. I don't think we're seeing enough accounting for the possibility that the defense just shuts down what are not that great of options without AJ Brown around. And then so like Jalen Hurts has to look around. He's good. Like, he's not a bad quarterback. And he doesn't want to keep running that much. Like, he's watched the games. We're all watching the games. If you're a running quarterback that's been watching the games, man, you're reflecting. You're reflecting, man. Can you imagine being Josh Allen at that game with Tua on the ground and stuff? Reflecting, dude. There's no, how could you not reflect? How could you not reflect? I don't know. I do not think running quarterbacks are going to be diving forward for first downs in these early weeks any further after that. So, yeah, that's why I think we just I'm going to get these other guys for checkdowns. And that's the whole thing. The whole slate for me is that I'm pushing all my chips on the table. Like when you look at my exposures, no surprise, I got Jahan Dotson captains. I got Johnny Wilson captains. I got Britton Covey captains. I got Paris. Like all these, these are joke exposures, right? Joke ownerships. I'm doing this in a world where they're actually like active, right? So in an active world, he's going to be owned at captain 0.1%. Covey will be 0.1%. Johnny Wilson, if he's active, will definitely be 0.1%. Jahan Dotson, 2%. That's probably fine. And then same thing over here. You can't factor in an actual ownership of 0. You know what I mean? That'll mess up a calculation. So make sure all of your ownerships are actually real. That's one of the good parts about SaberSim, the current way it does it. When it uploads a contest, if it doesn't know the contest that you like, it'll put a little question mark and you have to fill in the blank. So that's nice. And I finally figured out what it was asking me to do this weekend. So I had a really good, I enjoyed the beta on Sunday. So I'm probably keep doing that going forward. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Choose one of those wide receiver threes and be happy because they're gonna be out there, and you will have like, and everybody else will be like, "Wow, where did that one guy come from?" And you'll be like, "Well, 0.6 of him was always going to be out there." So remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us.